everyone, Valerie here. Today I'm going to share with you my homeschool organization, and this is the desk that I keep everything in. This is right behind our living room couch area. So let's quickly get started. Underneath there you can see we have another little lap desk and a suitcase that we use to bring and take back library books because we usually get quite a bit. We have the boys' computer, construction paper, loose leaf paper, and scrap paper. Under there we have the laptop, which connects to that screen. And the keyboard is under there. The mouse is either under there or on top of the computer part down here. In this area is where I keep my teacher manuals and teacher planner. And there you can see the boys' computer screen with headset. Let's start here. Here we have two Bibles. This is one of my older boys' Bibles and one of my younger boys' Bibles. Here we keep our group work, Mystery of History, Sign Language, and our Read Aloud. Right now we're reading Treasure Island. And also some index cards that goes along with the Mystery of History assignments, like reviews. Up here is where I keep all of my 4 boys' folders and workbooks and textbooks. So we keep the 2 older boys' books that they share from here to here. And then this and this is for my oldest. That's his folder, his science textbook and workbook, my second oldest. And then my 2 little ones. And these are their books that they use together. And then these are some books that we use all together right here, along with a couple of clipboards in there. Now coming over, we have some books that we're going to be using this year, but we're not using right now. Some reference books and stuff like that. My Bible. When we do Bible together, we usually do NIV, so I keep my NIV Bible here. Some of my personal homeschooling reference books, like Homeschooling for High School, Homeschooling for College, etc. And then some of their textbooks that they're going to get to, but they're not ready for yet. They're using this right now, though they don't have to use the CD because everything's downloaded onto the computer already. And then some like educational games and stuff. And this is their Raspberry Pi 2 coding thing that they're going to get into. Educational solar robot thing. Create a story board game, and a puzzle that the little ones sometimes like to use, but they don't use often. Now coming down here, I have in the back there, my father-in-law bought that proofreading poster board I just put up there. We don't really use it clearly, it's mostly blocked off. But I have my paper cutter here. Let me move this stuff. So if I move the lamp and the turn thing, I have my paper cutter there, two recorders back here, just standing. My 2 little ones are doing for music, they're learning how to play the recorder, and the 2 older ones are learning how to play guitar. And then my lamp that's here, our supply thing, timer, post-its, magnifying glasses. There should be more scissors here. I don't know what these boys do with the scissors. And there's supposed to be another ruler here. But pens, pencils. It's not fully stocked right now, but that's fine. We also have this little thing, compass or circle thing, whatever it's called. So let's move this out of the way. Over here, I have 2 dictionaries and a thesaurus. And behind that I have this large multiplication poster. One side is blank that they can practice or write on with dry erase, and the other side has the answers so I can quiz them or they can quiz each other, like a quick mental math thing. Here they have a laminated alphabet in cursive and print. And they do actually use that sometimes, even the older boys. Here's a little supply thing. In here, I had this in my teacher planner last year. It just has highlighters, pencils, pens, eraser, etc. Here are their crayons, sharpener, some beads and dice that I use for my two little ones for math sometimes. This was full of tape rolls, but now it's empty, so it's just sitting there. And they have this ruler to measure angles. Behind that, we don't really use these for school, but we have them here. I have this clear envelope and two music CDs that we got, like kids worship music and an adult worship CD, Third Day. That just sits back there. We don't usually use those too often, but they're there. Now under that shelf I have our sharpener, and this is the ELMV5. This is our second year having it. It plugs in and it also does batteries, and it has 3 options for how sharp you want your pencil. I always keep it on the sharpest option. Here we have a couple of stray colored pencils. Here we keep some bookmarks and a few blank index cards, a bunch of bookmarks, even some blank paper scraps that they can color for a bookmark, and then I can laminate. And then the last little basket here is a bunch of flashcards. So they have some phonics and math and sight words flashcards. So we have a bunch here. Now coming down to this first drawer, it is mainly my supply drawer. My pens, some wet erase, and different things that I might need for when I'm checking my work or lesson planning. Under that, we have a file. I don't really use this anymore, so I don't know what I'm going to do with that. I also have some notebooks back here, a devotion for myself, little journals and books for myself, and then like some computer related stuff that where we didn't have anywhere else to put it. That's back there as well. And then in the front, I have a couple of extra like scrap notebooks and scrap paper that I can just use for whatever. This really doesn't have too much homeschool stuff in it, but it's useful. And then down here, this is basically like my craft cupboard that we can use for school if needed. So under here, I have our paint stuff, so our watercolor, chalk, a box of index cards, blank, colored and white. And then brushes, I have 4 sets for the boys, 1 for each boy. So when we do painting or whatever. I also keep some bug spray in here, so that way they know where it is if they want to play outside and they're getting eat up by bugs. Under here is more of the craft stuff. I have this large bucket with different craft things, some ribbon, yarn, stickers, some acrylic paints, cardstock, decorative cardstock, a large piece of plastic to cover the table, plenty of brown paper that I keep from like wrapping. So whenever we get those large homeschool boxes with our curriculum, they always have this packing paper balled up in there. I just straighten it out and fold it up, and the boys can use it to paint on or draw on or do art projects or timelines or anything like that. So that's in there as well, and that's everything in there. So that's everything at the school desk. Another place where we keep things is here at our front entryway, right here in these shelving areas. And whenever we get library books, we usually have all these shelves filled. That box there always stays there. That has like all of our dog stuff in there, their leashes and collars and snacks and everything's in there, so that stays there. But these usually get filled with a bunch of library books, and it just keeps them separated from their books that are in the rooms and easy to access for school and to return to the library when it's time. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And come back Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for a new video. See you later. Bye.